Hey everyone, following on from Chris's show earlier today, this is a quick tutorial showing the axis stretching, axis manipulation, control right mouse button stuff. So let's get on with it. Got a few cubes just laid out here. I've also put the axis at the bottom corner. This will work on primitives as well, but having an axis somewhere useful. Actually, it won't work on a primitive. It will if the primitive is within a null, but let's not go there. So primarily this is for polygon modeling. So let's get on with it. For example, if we wanted to scale, say, this cube here to touch exactly this one over here, get the scale tool up, and then whilst holding the control key down, make sure we were in the scale tool, holding the control key down and single clicking and then letting go of everything on the axis, you're now stretching the z-axis and then if you say snap to the corner of your cube, you can left click and drag it to somewhere else, and it'll then snap to wherever you drag it to. Do that again. So hold the control key down, just click once and let go on the axis, and then you can let go of the control key as well. So I've got my hands off everything now, and that axis can slide up and down. So I've got the snap stuff turned on, so that means I can go to the corner of my cube and drag it out, click and drag to wherever I want to snap it to, and I can scale that up to meet exactly those points. And that's kind of it. Obviously this works with other things as well. So for example, let's just take these back a bit, and I can snap to other things that are not right next to it, so I can align to this cube here, which is handy. And likewise if I want to do, so again, control or command and right click on that up to the point and drag it back, and I can snap to that one, or I can snap to this one. They're all in a line, and we've got that. Equally, control, command, right click, drag up to here, and I can take this up to, say, that point, so that's now the same height as the others. But for example, so that's for scale. If I wanted to use rotate, for example, let's use the same cube and align it to the angle of this cube, this face here. And there's a few ways to do this, but this turns out to be quite an easy way of doing it. So let's highlight this object, and we'll just click and snap it to that point there. As you can see at the moment, it's not rotated correctly, but we want it to exactly align to that. And if we did it normally, obviously we'd be here, and you'd have to eyeball it, and that's a bit frustrating. So the way to snap this to where we want it is to, again, control command and dab the right mouse button, and let go of everything, and now I've got that axis which I can first set to where I want it. I want it on my original cube, so then I left click and drag, which I didn't do, so I shall reset that. So that, again, go back, control, right click, and then click, and I can drag this up. You can see that angled disc showing, and then I can just snap to the corner of that face there. Let's just do that again. So control, left click, right mouse button click on the axis band. So that's free. I've got my fingers off everything now. Just moving the mouse around, and I can click on the bottom of my cube, click and drag, and snap to where I want it to be, and then that's exactly in line with that. So that's how you can do rotational stuff. And that's about it for the object stuff. Now if you want to get into polygon stuff, polygon modeling, doing the same thing, that's no problem. So let's just find out, let's use that one there for example, and we'll highlight that cube there and that face, and we want it to align with when we move to this other object. Obviously if this was all one mesh, this wouldn't be a problem, we could just bridge things and whatever, but when it's with different geometries, then you can't bridge between them, so you want to just move this to exactly in line with it. So we can again control or command and right click, oops, control command right click, so then it's a stretchy axis, take it back to that point and then click and drag up to where we want it, and that's it moved. If we wanted to make some more geometry there, we can control right mouse button, so we're clicking and dragging, I can come back to here, snap to that point, click and drag, and I can then hold the control key down to create some more geometry, and then that'll snap back here. So let's do that again. So over here, control right mouse button down to that point there, click and drag, but no, we don't want to drag everything out, we want to control some geometry, so we hold the control or command key down and snap that to there. And that's about it. The tricky bit is the whole, remembering to control right mouse button just the once and let go, and then move your axis point to wherever you want to, and then start dragging it out. Now this really works best when you've got appropriate snapping commands on, otherwise it's all a bit freeform and you're not snapping to anywhere in particular. So I recommend you have all your guides on, whichever ones you need. I've got the dynamic guide's quite handy actually, but not necessary, but vertex, edge, all that kind of stuff's kind of handy. And that's, I think, about it really. It's, yes, control right mouse button to set the whole thing in motion. So I hope that's useful. Yeah, just a quick one. Yeah, see you all on Slack and on Rocket Lasso. Okay, cheers then.